Hello, 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 everybody. How is everybody doing today? Today, we are doing our weekly community oracle poll. So you guys already know. Let me just put these over here. You guys already know what's popping, what we're gonna be doing, what we're working on. I am really, really excited for today because I feel like today is just such a really grounding day. Like I live for Moon and Tauruses, so I am just having a really productive day. I did, I think it was like 7 natal charts today alone. Like I have been talking all day, y'all. I've been up since like 8 in the morning, just doing natal chart readings, synastry readings, all of the readings at this point. Hey Nat, how are you? Hello, hello. Um, so I've definitely been like doing a bunch of readings. I have two left from like a couple of weeks ago, from like a week and a half ago, from March. And then I have readings from today that I still need to do, but I'm just looking at like what I have in the list in a row, and I have like 4 readings left. Whew, y'all, your girl's been working. Anyway, so I will give everybody a minute. Aw, not your moon's in Taurus. That is my sister's moon is in Taurus. And it is we were actually talking about this yesterday because me and my sister went to my favorite crystal shop, which you guys know is in New York City. It's called Crystal Gardens, 10th and First Ave. You already know. But we went, we were like talking about like her moon in Taurus and everything. Because we had dinner. I bought some things. Okay, some things I'm wearing. I bought these two bracelets. I'm gonna do a whole vlog and haul for you guys, so you guys will actually see everything that I bought. But I done spent $270 just at the crystal shop. Like, you know that meme that says when what was it? It was recently. My like babe sent it to me. She's like, when your stimmy hits and you spent it all at the crystal shop. It wasn't even that. Like I was like I haven't been there since like 2 years. I literally, especially because Corona, I was supposed to go for my birthday and I didn't get to go. So I had like when finally going with the 2 years that I haven't been there, it's just been like such a like I just love that place. It has such a powerful, loving, nurturing connection because all of the crystals are like super charged in the store. So when you walk in, you just get hit with all of the energies, and it's just like it's like the birds singing. So yeah, I was just hanging out with my sister buying crystals. I convinced her to buy a moldavite, and I'm gonna probably make a TikTok about that at some point because everybody on TikTok has been freaking out about moldavite for whatever reason, because everybody's having an entire awakening up in there, I guess. But yeah, so we were at dinner and we are talking about her Taurus moon and her relationships and stuff. But yes, hey Lana, how are you? Oh, okay. Good luck in class. Pay attention. Do the notes. My tips from when I was in school, I would literally just a lot of the time, depending on what I was doing, a lot of the time I would record my classes so I could just replay them while I was doing the homework and stuff, because I feel like sometimes when it comes to like school and classes, and it's like sometimes, especially depending on the professor, they don't speak super clear or they have a tone or accent or something. So I, personally speaking, I would record. I will have literally recordings of the lectures and stuff, and that's how I would study. I would just listen to the recording. That's my Gemini moon for y'all. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the weekly community oracle poll. So I'm gonna break down how it goes for those who are new here and would like to participate or anything. So for Patreon members and channel members, you guys know this is already included in the little packages thingy-mabobs. So basically, if you're a channel member, you're a Patreon member, you can go ahead and drop the question in the comment of what you want me to pull, and I'll pull for you. And these are the oracle decks that you can pick from. If you're not a channel member, go ahead and drop a super chat, and then I will like highlight your question, and then we can go ahead and pull a card for whatever deck you feel compelled to. So first deck that you can pick one is a butterfly oracle deck for life changes. The next one is the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. Okay. The next one is the Romance Angels. Next, the Enchanted Map. The Enchanted Map Oracle. I am pulling out this baby again because I felt like it was such a great, it just had a whole different vibe when we used this the last week. So I wanted to bring this out, but this is the Okana deck. This is strictly, y'all, if you want to do some shadow work with your question, if you're trying to address your shadow self into whatever topic you want to focus on, because this deck will read you to the filth. I said what I said. I'm just letting y'all know. We got the Flower Therapy Oracle deck. We have the Ascendant Masters Oracle deck. We have the Mary Queen of Angels Oracle deck. Okay, those are the options that you guys have for this week. I am about to place an order for some other Oracle decks that I've been meaning to buy, y'all. So, you know, y'all are going to get some really cute Oracle decks coming soon. So yeah, just keep an eye out, because I'll probably do like a couple unboxings. I've been having a lot of fun doing unboxings for y'all. Like, I feel like it's just a fun time. So I'll probably do some more unboxings for different decks and stuff when I get them, so you guys can see them and maybe like get inspired if you're vibing with the decks themselves. But yes, those are your decks for this week. So you can go ahead and start dropping the questions, and we can go ahead and start pulling some cards and, you know, kicking everything off. We'll be on here for like an hour, and I'll try to keep it to an hour because your girl got to make food, because your girl got to eat, because I've been doing readings all day. And so like my energy level, like I'm really good right now because I just had a little snack before we started, but I definitely need food. So I'm probably going to like end it at the end of the hour. Oh, we got a question, y'all. Okay. Any messages from Spirit Guys? You pick the deck. Okay. Picking the deck. Let's see. I kind of want to go with the Ascendant Masters Oracle deck. So let's open this baby up and see what's going on. Let me just move the water though, because I will be the one who will like end up spilling the whole thing in there, and it'll just turn into a whole situation. Okay. Nat, what are the messages coming through for her Spirit Guides? That's no. Oh, we got a lot of cards that jumped out. Okay. Oh, okay. So the first one, these were the first two that jumped out. So the first one is Fertility. Oh, this is a beautiful one to focus on having a Taurus moon, by the way. This is Fertility, the Venusian thing of the thing. You know what I mean? So Fertility, and this one is Pan. So when it comes to fertility work, you're tapping into divine feminine energy. You're tapping into Venus energy. You're also tapping into like the almost like the manifestation mother essence, like the bringing something into life, bringing something into fruition energy. And so it really highlights growth. It highlights the seeds that you have, like, you know, you're kind of holding some seeds in your hand, and you're like, okay, what am I ready for next? Like, what am I looking at? What do I want to focus on next? What does my next couple of weeks, couple of months, especially once you, like, we're about to go into Aries season, and then once, you know, Taurus season comes in, your moon you're in an emotional place to manifest emotionally with your Taurus moon, which is a really good time to, because it's spring, it's like time to sow the seeds and then like start planting, start seeing some growth. So when it comes to fertility, what Spirit is saying, two different things. First of all, you need to be paying attention to your own, the things that you need to do, not necessarily the drama and the tea and the kind of the things that have been going on and that kind of distract you. There's an essence of distraction from your fertility that has been happening within your energy. So there's just like this need to pull back and see, like, when you catch yourself kind of getting caught up in like specific things, and you're putting in like some time or even effort into like just getting lost in the sauce of the tea and the drama and any type of like toxicity or crazy shit that's going on in your life, pull it back and go into the fertility. Go back to be like, okay, and back to my self-care after that, you know, after those advertisements, let me go focus back to me. That was entertaining for like, you know, a couple of hours, but let me focus back to me. Let me focus back on my intentions. So that way I can be productive with with what's happening with me, with my manifestation. So this amplifies and highlights your sacral chakra as well, and it basically says, hey, what is it that you want to what is it that you want to manifest? Like the ground, like your ground is it's good to go. Like what is it? Like it's like your body saying we're ready. We just need you to give us a direction so we can start pushing you in that direction, setting up the stage for that direction, setting up the road, setting up who needs to come into your life to bring this direction into fruition. Just tell us what's going on. Tell us what you want to do. But at the same time, in order for you to have all those conversations with your spirit guides and say, hey guys, okay, I understand you want me to focus on this and that, and you want me to like give you guys like my intentions of what I'm trying to grow. I need to separate myself from this so I can focus, because this stuff can be really distracting, especially when Jupiter is in Aquarius and we have all of this social drama, social tea. Like every single day, something new happened. Every single day, there's something crazy that went down. So there's like this energy of like just drama and chaos and kind of random shit just going down and being like having to get caught up on the tea and stuff like that. This is understandable for the times and the energies, but at the same time, you still got to be your best self. You still have to like come through and do the work so you can thrive, so you can grow, so you can like excel. And so like that's what spirit is saying. They're like, hey, just pay attention to you, pay attention to you. The other thing, and this is what I'm saying about the divine feminine energies that you're getting a lot, one, you're getting peace offering, and the other one you're getting drink more water. And this is Oshun. This one is Oshun. And so you're having this kind of focus on squashing shit. Like just squash it. Squash the drama. Squash it. This is not how you need to be spending your energy right now. It's just not the best way to move and use your energy, because you're like in a really good space to grow and like water your seeds. It's kind of like you're literally planting something and you're growing it, you're doing the thing. So it's really that focus of like, hey, what are you doing? What are you working on? What do you want to what do you want to do? What is it that you want us to work like? Where do you consent? Like, what do you want us to help you with your love life? Do you want us to help us you with your career, with your travels, with your education, with your finances, with your money, with your peace, with your dreams? Like, what is it? What is the focus? And if some certain things have been distracting you from that, then I need you to like squash it. It's squash. Peace offering. It's telling you squash it. You know, make peace with it. Forgive if you need to forgive. Let go if you need to let go. Say, okay, you know what? I'm not carrying that anymore. I understand it's an issue, but I can't continue the rest of the month, the rest of the days, like trying to be in this battle with you. It's just not, I have other things to do. I have other things to focus on, and I'm going to go do that. So it's really about focusing on you. And then you see how the fertility cards are like, drink more water. And then you're getting this fertility energy where it's just like, hey, water your intentions, water your ground, water the things, and with that divine feminine energy, with your intuition, with what you're being guided towards, water those seeds, plant those seeds, so that way we can actually do something with your dreams, where we can actually do something with your intentions, and where you're not like getting stuck or frustrated about certain things and like just kind of in the funk about it. So definitely release and let go. Just make peace with it as best as you can, because I know some certain things are not necessarily the easiest to navigate personally, but I do think that is really, really important to just let go, release and let go. And then we have the drink more water, and then fertility. So just focus on your nourishment, focus on your self-care, focus on working with like the more like the female aspects of your spirit guides and ancestors, because they're trying to help you navigate working with your sacral chakra and that manifestation. So just focus on that, and then just detach from like the nonsense. That's what I would say. Hey Sierra, how are you? I sent you your reading today, the second one. I sent it to you today. I hope you got it. Hello everybody. Oh, I got just a ton of comments in here. Hello, Moon is hello. Oh, Well, that's a fun one, to be honest. I feel like Leo moons are very fun people. Well, depending on which houses be at, but Leo moons are very fun people. Hello, June. How are you? Oh, um, okay. Oh, Lana. Okay. My stepson needs help. I want to help, but I'm so busy and unsure how to help. What does spirit say? You pick. I got you, boo. And give me a second. I just gotta put these back. I always like to put them back in like separate, like not in the order that I jumped out in, so it can have like a fresh kind of start and energy to it. So yeah, I feel you. Let me see. 1 second. So I'm gonna use the Archangel Michael for this because it seems like this is an emergency. Seems like this is an emergency, girl. So we will be working with Archangel Michael for this. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. So, how does Lana help her stepson? How does Lana help her stepson? Okay, so see, I kind of knew that this is the card that was gonna jump out, but it bees what it bees, girl. So the first one is God is in charge. That is the first one that came out. And I'm going to read you the prayer so you can actually see it. The prayer goes, Dear God, please help me let go of this situation, giving in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. That's one. Number 2 is lean on God and the angels for support. And this is the card that I knew was going to come out. I just had a feeling. And the prayer says, Dear God and angels, I give you this. And it says in parentheses, briefly describe the situation. Now and completely, I step out of the way and allow divine miracles to shine through everyone and everything involved. Okay. So when it comes to certain things, and when it comes to working with other people or even like trying to help anybody else, because I know that happens within the family dynamic. I know that happens with different situations where you're literally trying to figure out how you can help someone without overstepping your boundaries, without trying to influence and using your willpower like against, you know what I mean? Like it's definitely this energy of what, like how do I go, like how do I not overpower someone's willpower but at the same time help them, which can seem like, okay, that's a genuine emotion and feeling, but then some people might not want that energy to, that intention even to be had, because it's like, hey, it's my life, or it'd be like that. So when it comes to that point, prayer is a really, really, really big way to assist in a very gentle way, because then you're not trying to aggressively influence your own opinions, your own energies on somebody else. You're just trying to send them good vibes as best as you can, because that's kind of the other thing. It'd be like kind of random and kind of like hey, like if somebody's trying to like force it, it can seem like a random, like this person's trying to have some sort of influence in my life. I don't know if I agree with that, so in order for it to be gently like done, you have to work with the angels, you have to use prayer. And this is one of those things that is like, if you do it and you take it upon yourself to do it by force, their willpower can and will block your intentions depending on what it is that they want to do. If they're in a situation where they are not like going through something, whether it be like a lack of protection or a lack of, you need to really like pick what specific area of their lives they actually need the support in, and pray for that, unless you want to do a general reading. But like, let's say they're getting bullied, or they're like going through a tough time with their relationship, then you need to be praying for them to find that healing, have protection, not be affected, be able to have mental peace, and not get caught up in negativity or even negative thoughts And this is when like that prayer goes in deep, because like let's say if you're trying to help them, if they're trying to get a job or whatever, you buy them a crystal, be like, hey, use this, and they just kind of forget to wear it or whatever. There, it's not going to end up having the impact that you would have wanted, the help that you would have wanted, you know what I mean? Because it all goes into other people's willpower. There's a very sacred thing when it comes to dealing with other people's willpower, because um not everyone is in that mindset, in that like, oh, I understand why you're trying to send me this energy and why you're trying to help me. Some people can get offended by that. Some people can feel like you're overstepping, or it can be seen as like an aggressive action. So it you have to do it as gently as possible. And for this, the easiest way is to pray. Prayer works, y'all. Prayer works. You have to pray. You have to pray for what it is that you need. You can work with the angels that you feel like you need for this, but it's really important that you pray, that you ask for that assistance, that you ask for that support from the angels. Give it to spirit, give it to God, give it to your ancestors. Be like, hey, listen, this is what I'm going through. This is what's going on. And I need that support, because I don't want them to be suffering or in a bad place or feeling down or depressed, or, going through different like emotional like influxes. Like, I want to support them, but I don't want to overstep my boundaries. You, within the spiritual realm, you have a little bit more of a hand to be able to move around, like, and open up doors and avenues, and also close doors and avenues that don't need to be a part of this person's life. So how do I move through that? How do I navigate that? How do I help from a distance? It's almost like, and this is something that I feel like every parent has to learn at some point, but it's like kind of like you have to let like your kids go through their experience. And sometimes, as a Capricorn, I will say some people do have to learn the hard way. And no matter how much you tell someone this and that, until they experience it, they will never grasp why it was important for them to listen in the first place. And this is when the I told you so's come through. But it's at the end of the day, if you want to support and be like have on a spiritual level, if you want to have that support there, one, prayer works 1000%. Two, when it comes to anything family related and children, I would say Yemaya as well for this. As well as working with the angels, I would say Yemaya, because Yemaya knows how to work with children. I would say Ochun if you're trying to I would say Ochun if you're trying to kind of manipulate something to go your way and like sweeten the deal or sweeten the situation or make it, I would say Ochun for that. But generally when it deals with children, I would say Yemaya, because she knows what your child needs. And anytime you go to her for any type of like, hey, child care or child issue, she's very upfront and ready to work with that, because that's one of the things that she rules. So I would say Yemaya, aside from working with the angels and aside from asking for that spiritual help and assistance. For Yemaya, I would just say bring her your frustration. Your offering doesn't necessarily need to be like an offering. It needs to be your frustration. So whether you want to like go ahead and cry and give her your tears, you can do that. Whether you want to open up and say, hey, I this is what I'm going through, and just like literally bare it all to her, you can do that. And the more honest you are about it, the more that she's gonna be like more compelled to help you within that situation. I hope that makes sense. But it's really all about leaning on spirit, leaning on your guides, your spirit guides, your ancestors, leaning on them to assist you, giving it to them. Like here, I've been trying to make this budge and work for such a long time, and it's not working. There's still like some issues here, and I want to resolve this. Please help me in releasing any tension and the energy with that. I want it to be better. I want it to be stronger. I want it to be protected and well and growing and thriving, and for us to have that connection, that support. And so it doesn't feel like I'm forcing or I'm bringing or I'm pushing too hard or anything like that. I'm just moving gently as the water, like a mother's love, like energy and vibe. It's just like gentle, and prayer. Prayer is very important. Prayer is just really, really, really important. Hello, Steph. How are you? Hello. Hello. Ooh, okay. Hold on. One of the things I would say, because you said he's falling behind in school at one point in the whole routine. One of the things I would say when it comes to like this specific issue and when it comes to school and stuff like that, you need to get his natal chart reading. Because once you see how his 9th house is being aspected, how his 3rd house is being aspected, also how his 12th house is being aspected, you can kind of figure out what type of education, as far as how he needs to be educated, what that looks like. Because not everybody can learn and be taught in that specific way. There are some people that need a different type of experience when it comes to how they learn things. It's not like a bad thing or anything like that. It's just mainly like they just need a different experience. There's some kids that need to be homeschooled. There's some kids that need to actually, feel, see, and touch and experience things. There's some kids that need for it to be taught slower. There's some kids that take it in fast, and there's some kids that you have to just put it in something in a way that they will understand, that they can relate to it. So really when it comes to that, I would say look at the natal chart, because it's going to show you how they need to be taught as they grow up, like period. Like it's all in the natal chart at the end of the day. And it helps a lot, because then you know how to work with his energy without getting frustrated and lost. Like you can understand, what they need to be talked to, spoken to, taught in this manner, instead of it looking like everybody else. Because not everybody learns that way. I know that that's like the way our school system is built, and is really unfortunate, because there's so many things that I wish the school system taught, but they don't. But there needs to be a more, like, moving forward, especially, like, I hope our generation really does this, but brings a more of a focus on how and what we teach our kids, and how they need to be taught, and how that doesn't look like everybody else. Everybody else can't be taught. It's not the same way. Some of us learn differently. Some of us learn with experience. Some of us learn by, like, touching and playing around with it and following the instructions right after you said it. So honestly, you have to look at 3rd house. You got to look at the 9th house. I would say the 12th house, but the 12th house is mainly for if you want to look at if there's any aspects that are affecting him, like mental health wise, or is that if there's like, because that would tell you, like, hey, you need to slow it down. You can't, the pace that you guys want him to be in is just not the way that he's going to, like, achieve it. Like, that's not it. And I honestly feel like education should be customized based on your natal chart. I know that's a lot, but I said what I said. That's my personal belief. Mid 2020, I moved out, and now I see my impact without me there. Listen, it be like that too, because, and this is another thing, seeing your synastry and how you impact him and his growth and his learning, you can also see that in a synastry chart as well. Like it's just really all about understanding how your presence affects the other person, and how you trigger the growth, how they need to grow, and how you understand that that's what they need, and not making like it's not an excuse, or it's not oh well, my kid needs this type of system. It's not even that. It's just that at the end of the day, we learn the way that we learn. And if you try to keep forcing something to budge in a specific way, and it just doesn't work, then that's not the experience that they need. They just need something different. They need something, different experience in order for them to adapt and grow and learn through school. I know when I have kids, I'm literally homeschooling my kids. I ain't playing around. I'm homeschooling them, and they will be taught astrology 101 from day one. I am not playing. There's financial studies that we're going to be doing. I'm going to go off. They're still going to get the math and all that jazz, okay? Because I'm really good at history. I'm really good at English, and I'm really, really good at math. I'll be fine. But I don't think that I'm going to sit here and entertain not teaching my kid shit that they actually need to learn for life. Like I honestly feel like I'm gonna homeschool all my kids. Whew. Oh, he's a Cap Ascend. Wait, is he a Cap Ascend? Is that what you mean? Is he a Cap Ascend? I need to know. Let me know. How much are the Oracle cards? How much are the Oracle cards pull? I'm feeling a bit lost. LOL. Oh, steps. So basically, this is how it works for the weekly community pull. If you are a channel member, or if you are a Patreon member, it's already included with like the perks and stuff within the like the memberships and stuff. So you can go ahead and drop your question if you're a channel member or a Patreon member. You can drop a question and your Oracle card of choice or your deck of choice that you want me to pull from, and then I'll go ahead and pull for that. If you're not a channel member and you still want me to pull a card, you can go ahead and drop a super chat, and then pick what deck you want me to use, and then we'll go ahead and do that reading as well. So that's basically how it works. I hope that makes sense. Now, these are the Oracle cards that you can pick from. We have Archangel Michael, the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Okay. I'm whooping out the Okana Oracle deck, but please do not ask a question for this deck if you're not trying to do shadow work. Do not ask that question because this is strictly for shadow work. I'm just letting you know. The Romance Angels, the Butterfly Life Changes Oracle deck, the Ascended Masters Oracle deck, the Flower Therapy Oracle deck, and the Mary Queen of Angels Oracle deck. Those are the choices for this week. Michaela, okay, I have too many questions. Just general card pull, please. You pick the deck. Okay, I got you, boo. I got you. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go with the Mary Queen of Angels because I actually really like this deck. Like it is basically, it's just a really like soft and gentle deck for some reason. I just really like this. I just really like this one. So the American Angels. Okay, Michaela, what does Michaela need to know right now? What is going on? Oh, that was a lot. You do have a lot of questions, girl. We're gonna do it though. We're gonna do all of these because I guess we gotta talk about it. So wait, hold on. Let me pick up the ones that fell because they literally straight up. Oh, hold on. Okay. It straight up like fell on the floor. Okay. Y'all, you literally. This is how many cards jumped out. So you weren't lying, but we're gonna go one by one. We're gonna go one by one. Okay, the first one, Inner Child. It's the first card that jumped out. I nurture the inner child within me through playfulness and self-care. Playfulness and self-care. We're going to bring it back to all of them, but I'm going to read all of them to you first, okay? We have faith. Faith. I have faith in God to heal this situation. Faith. We have present moment. Present moment. I am fully present in the here and now. Present moment. Be strong. Okay. I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. Be strong. Okay. Quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. Oh, y'all. Children. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive change for them and me. Oof. Okay. Marriage, or marriage, as some people like to call it. Marriage. I make a commitment to a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my partner. And devotion. Devotion is the last card. We have, as I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. Devotion. Okay, so first and foremost, what I'm getting a lot of things from this reading right here because this is a full-blown reading, but I'm getting a lot of things from this reading. The first thing is that there's this element, there's like this Leo energy coming through with this reading as well, because you're getting the inner child, you're getting be strong, and there's this kind of need to be a little bit more playful, especially with like the children card and like present moment and just kind of like being in the moment, having fun, letting loose, getting a drink, going out to dinner maybe, calling out a friend that you haven't, seen in a minute and be like, let's go get drinks or something, like doing something a little bit playful, doing something a little bit for you, like being kind of like sitting within your strength and saying, hey, I just kind of want to do me for a minute. Like, and this is great for a Moon and Taurus girl. Listen, I live for Moon and Tauruses to just have fun. My self-care, my self-love practice be straight on blast on Moon and Tauruses, because it's just a vibe. It's a vibe of the day. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go get a massage. I'm gonna go get my nails did. I'm gonna go do I'm gonna go on a walk. Whatever, like you're just wanting to kind of like be in the moment, be present with your moment, present with your body, present with like your like sensuality, like just if you wanted to just like relax or go on a date or be like, you know what, I'm gonna start, manifesting some things. Okay, for my relationship energy, and just kind of diving into that energy of love and relationships and committing not only to other things, but also to yourself, which is also very, very important, because that's one of the things that you're getting is devotion. Are you devoted to your life? Are you devoted to living a happy life? Are you devoted to living, to having a really powerful, pure, loving connections within your relationships, within your family, within your friends? Are you devoted to being happy? Are you devoted to having a good life? Like, are you just literally out here trying to live your best life? Are you devoted to that? Or are you needing to like hold space and just listen to spirit, listen to what it's saying? How are you being guided? What are you being guided? What practices and habits are you being guided to release that have been preventing you from devoting yourself to living a fruitful, beautiful, and joyful like life? What are you doing that you need to just sit with yourself and be like, you know what? This is not working for me. That's not working for me. I gotta stop that. That's not like a really bad habit. Or you know what? I've been cooped up in the house for like a couple months. When was the last time I went shopping? Let me go buy myself something nice. Let me go buy myself a dress or something. Let me just, like enjoy, like be out. It's like there's this Leo energy about this reading. It's like be out in the sun, be out. Like it's almost like springtime, summertime is coming, and you just want to be at the beach looking snatched. You know what I mean? Like there's just this like, just be here, be here, be with the waters, be relaxed, be quiet, relax, just breathe in the ocean waves, just relax, chill. Like there's just this energy of just like, just have fun, let go, release, do something that you haven't done in a while that your inner child is just like dying to do. Like for me, I get into a mood sometimes, I'll just play video games for like 3 hours straight. Okay, I'll just straight up be like, like I'll just be killing monsters, or I'll be in Skyrim somewhere, okay, sniping somebody with my bow and arrow, because you already know. But I will fall into certain of the things that I really love doing. I love reading, I love books, I love like studying, I love learning and challenging myself. So I'll do certain things, or I'll plan a trip, I'll do something that I know will connect me to like the future, where I'm just looking forward to doing something, whether by myself or with babe, or like, whatever it is with my sister. So there's just like this need to be like, hey, let me just kind of relax. Let me chill. There's a lot of strength to be had in just allowing yourself to have a good time, allowing yourself to shine, allowing yourself to be, in a just, and it's just like letting yourself be a vibe, like letting yourself like relax. It's like relaxing your shoulders, relaxing the tension. If you are tense there, go get a massage, go have, again, self-care moment. There's this need for you to also like just have faith that things are going to work out. And that's like the other thing about being devoted to your happiness, being devoted to your life, your passion, your drive. is that at the end of the day, you have to come back to your faith. You have to be like, no, you know what? I have faith that everything's going to work out. I have faith that every single thing, that every intention that I've set that is meant for my growth and to harm none, and just to bring that abundance, to bring that shine, to help me glow and have a beautiful, healthy, thriving life. I have faith that that's coming my way. I have faith that I'm living it every day as well. I have faith in myself. I believe in myself. I am strong with my belief that I can make my life be beautiful, that I can make my life be enjoyable, that I can just be in the moment and relax and enjoy. Like, girl, after this, you need to go get a wine. You need to go get a champagne or something, okay? You need to just chill, relax, Netflix and chill with yourself. Like, just, if there's just this need to just like listen, the bottom of the deck is blessings. Like, I'm telling you, like, there's just like this need to kind of be in the sunlight. Just like, I have faith that I can shine on my own. I have faith that I can enjoy life on my own. Like, I have faith that everything will work out, that I can manifest all of this, that I can have healthy relationships, that I can have a healthy life, a productive life, a life that's meaningful, that I enjoy every single moment of present moment, not being too much caught up in the future, but enjoying every single moment about it. It's just like this need to bring it back to you, bring it back to like your life, and just be devoted, not only to you, to your practice, to your growth, to your healing. Okay. Just be devoted to making yourself stronger, whether it be spiritually, physically, mentally, like your self-care, your mental care, all of that. Like, there's just this need for devotion, for you to put in the work, and allow yourself to be like within that moment. Like, I'm here, I'm taking in these blessings. This moment itself is a blessing because I'm enjoying every moment of it. That's literally your mindset needs to be on that level. I'm literally just saying. I've been trying to release fear and loving me and trusting my intuition 100%. And I see that, like, the energy is there for you to really take it up that notch and really find your comfort spot. That's really the way that is coming out. Leo, Sun, and Leo rising. You see what I mean? You see what I mean, guys? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Oh, Steph. Okay, what do my spirit guides want me to work on, or just general guidance? I'm feeling shadow work deck, but you pick. Oh, okay. Steph wants to do this today. Let's do it. And I will be reading it from the book. Like, I'll be reading, because you need to know what we're gonna do all of it. Okay, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna read it, we're gonna get down to the nitty-gritties. It's gonna be a thing. Okay, so Steph, what does Steph spirit guides want her to know? What does Steph spirit guides want her to know? What does Steph spirit guides want her to know? What does Steph spirit guides? Oh, I had a feeling that this card was gonna jump out, and it did, and I'm really excited. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. So the first one is spirited. Okay, let me just boop boop. You see that? Spirited. You stand properly and you stand crooked. Okay, spirited. And the other one that I knew that was gonna jump out, I just had a feeling, but it's Ashe. Look at that. Ooh. Okay. And Ashe says the world was created by one. Now, let us look up spirited, because we got to talk about it. Okay. There we go. I found it. So, you stand properly and you stand crooked. Shadow element. Showing lack in humility. To be spirited can be a good thing, as one half of it is that you stand properly, meaning that you are fully capable of manifesting the things that you desire because you believe in yourself. And on the other side of the coin, when you stand crooked, it suggests that you refuse to acknowledge the assistance that you receive either in life, either through support of your ancestors on the other side, or through support you may have received in the physical. There is nothing wrong with being confident. Firstly, however, this card is a card of haughtiness. Not haughty, like HOTTI, haughtiness. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. where was it? Or lack of regard for outside influences that may have aided you in overall victory. It is a sign from your ancestors, guides, and spirits to acknowledge that yes, while your successes are yours to enjoy, to never forget the support you have in the guides and others around you who may have interceded in ways you cannot see. Show more gratitude and humility in your stride. Ooh. That's powerful right there. Hold on. And then we got Ashe. I found it. Okay. Ashe. Ashe. The world was created by one, shadow element, not using one's true power and relying on others to make decisions for you. Have you noticed a pattern between these two cards? Because I definitely have. Ashe is your Yoruba concept, not easily translated to English, but in a base form, it means a divine power, energy, and force presented in all beings to produce the change they seek. This card represents in the reading as a suggestion that you may be going through a period in which you don't believe in your personal power. Instead, you rely on the decisions of others, spirits, friends, etc., to make grand decisions for you and express how much you're capable of doing. It is important for you to make a mental note of why you may be feeling like you lack the divinity to create the opportunities or outcomes you want for yourself without external input. Why do you not feel comfortable taking the initiative to create your world without looking for permission? If it is of goodwill, utilizing your talents and makes you happy, why are you allowing others to live your life for you by planning your power? Hot damn. Okay, so the two themes between these two cards are, one, as far as you there's an element of you kind of falling back on spirit and you working with spirit and counting on them to do and bring things to fruition, and then not necessarily giving them the credit that they deserve and like holding space and saying thank you, or saying, hey, you know what, this manifested in my life and this was because of X, Y, Z, and B. I can give you an example of this. Saint Expedite, he likes recognition. Like if he does something for anybody, like he likes it when you go and say, you know what, Saint Expedite, man, he hooked me up. He gave me exactly what I was needing, or he gave me more than I was even asking for in the first place. Like, oh my God, super amazing. Like that word of mouth, almost like an advertisement in a way, where you're just like, oh my God, this I work with, and this happened, and boom, it was amazing. And I'm so grateful that like that got to happen to me. That kind of energy of like, you know, having like working with spirit, and then they do something for you. They literally show up for you, and not saying thank you or holding space, or like even in your prayers or your daily, like, you know, libations, where you're working with spirit and say, hey, thank you for protecting me, thank you for doing X, Y, Z, and B. There are times where you're going to have to sit and recognize, and this is something that I do quite often, because I do feel like the message kind of hits me in the face when it's happening. There will be times where I'll have one of those, if I was there, something that I would have been present for something to happen. Like I would have witnessed that thing, but I didn't end up going to whatever the thing was. So let's say, this is just like a random example, but let's say like I got invited to go out with some friends to go bowling. Okay, let's just say that. And I wasn't really feeling it. The vibe was just like off. I was like, you know what? I'm not necessarily in the mood, or something intervened and made it so, like, I don't know, I got a stomachache and I didn't want to go anymore. Right. And then on the way to, like, the friends still ended up going, and on the way there, like the side of the car on the side got hit. Just an example. It just didn't happen. I'm just saying, this is an example. And then later on, you know, they text me and they're like, oh, you know what, it was crazy what ended up happening. Like the car got hit on the side and it's crazy. Like, oh my God. And like, we had to take somebody to the hospital, and it was just like crazy traumatic, or whatever the case. Right. And I'm just sitting, and then I personally would sit there and be like, wait, I would have been in the car. Oh shit. So I'm definitely, my protection like is good, because then I avoided something that I didn't need, that I didn't necessarily have to experience. But can I hang out with my friends any other day? Hell yeah. So do I necessarily, like, listening to myself, listening to my gut, and like my intuition and the downloads that I'm getting, like, you know what, don't go, you're not really feeling good, just stay home. And not saying, wow, Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting me. Thank you, my ancestors, for, giving me that stomach ache so I cannot have experienced that situation, because that could be traumatic. That could be a whole situation. I could have been in that side of the seat that happened with. You know what I mean? Like there has to be an awareness of you understanding and like giving that homage of like, hey, you know what? You guys really go to bat for me. And that's something I tell my ancestors every single day when I'm giving libations. I'm like, thank you for coming to bat for me. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for assisting me with this. Thank you for supporting me in that. Thank you for, I saw that yesterday, like this happened. And I'm so glad that you guys like got, like, I was able to find that or get lucky in this or whatever the case may be, because those things are also triggered and you're being intervened. Especially, you guys know that I talk about spiritual consent a lot. When you give spirit, like your ancestors, your guides, or your angels consent to do certain things within your life, and they actually, help you, you have to like stop by and like recognize it, not just necessarily say, oh my God, I'm just a lucky person, I'm just that, like it is what it is, because then you're not necessarily giving them the love and in the like just holding that space for them and saying, wow, you know what, I noticed that you guys have been doing this for me. I noticed that you guys have been coming to bat for me. The other side of this is you leaning on them too much to do what you could also be doing on a spiritual level. And this goes hand in hand with your own spiritual abilities. You do not always need to work with a deity or spirit or your ancestors to manifest stuff. It's more comfortable that way. And I do feel like it gives you like a little bit of like the training wheels, but at some point you are going to have to use your own personal power. And this goes hand in hand with your abilities that are literally, you can see what your abilities are within your natal chart, see the things that you are gifted in, and working with the things that you love doing, the things that you gravitate towards, the things that are powerful and can deeply connect you to who you are. Because there are certain things that you can only do very, very well. Like they're your gifts, and that's what it is. And at the same time, there are ways that spirit allows things to pass and make it easier for you to do certain things, but your personal power hasn't been tapped into. And that's what they're saying. They're like, okay, we understand that you want our help, you want us to be there, and we show up for you, we protect you, we help you, and we help you avoid some crazy toxic shit. But at the same time, we also need you to do your work for you. I need you to tap into your own magic, your own, like, for example, when I'm like, this is a random thing, but I do this, so there's that. But when I'm drinking, when I'm making tea, I am very, very intent. Like I pack my teas with intention. I activate the properties. I'm not calling down any spirits to help me with that. I am literally actively just saying, hey, Peppermint, can you please I'm activating your property for finances, for money, or I'm just trying to calm down my spirit today. Please help me refresh my energy. Please help me cleanse my energy. Please help me release any tension that I may be having. And just help me relax, help me breathe, help me be in the moment with myself. I don't need to call anybody down. I don't need to say, ancestors, please activate these herbs for me, because I do it on my own. And so when it comes to your practice, you need to be a little bit more focused on using your own power, your own energy, your own like your own craft, not necessarily always leaning on them, especially when it comes to the bigger manifestations. You can start small and then move your way up to the bigger manifestations and work up from there. But don't always just like lean on them and forget your own power, because you are a spiritual being. You have your own power. You can manifest by yourself as well. You can activate your own protective shield as well. You can do a lot of things yourself as well. Is it going to take some energy? Of course it is. That's why we rest at night. But there needs to be an equal balance between how you work with spirit and how you work with your own personal power. That's what I'm getting from this. Like, balance. There needs to be a balance. But they definitely want some recognition. I honestly think that you need to cook them a meal or something. Like, just cook a meal, or the next time you're making dinner, just give them some food, give them some, an offering, just a thank you, just hold space for them, because they definitely need some loves right now. Is what I'm getting. I'm just saying. Woo! Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate all the love. Thank you. I have been trying to release fear and loving me more and trusting my intuition. 1000%. 1000% needs to work. 1000%. Wait, there was another comment in here. Wait. Oh, you're welcome, Steph. I hope that made sense. I hope that, you know, this deck specifically can be a bit like, you know, this is your problem, like it right in your face. Like it can be a little bit like, oh, exposed. It can feel like that, but it's such an amazing deck to work with. Highly recommend it. Right now I believe they're not in sale anymore because, well, for now. I know she's gonna relaunch them soon, but the person who makes it is on, if you go on Instagram and you type in Akamara Tarot, that's where you can get this oracle deck. If you want to just, you know, use it on your own as well, you can do that as well. But I really personally like love that deck. Love all her decks. I just placed an order for one of her new ones and I'm really excited to get it. But yeah, highly recommend that deck. Okay, so I will take one more question because I'm gonna sign off in like 5 minutes. Just because I want to make sure that like I start cooking because I'm super hungry now. But if anybody else has a question, I will do the spiel again. So if you're a channel member or Patreon member, you can go ahead and drop your question and just pick your the deck that you would like to use and just put it in the comments below, unless you want me to pick for you. And if you're not a channel member, just drop a super chat in the comments and then we can get it popping. So your oracle options, you have Mary Queen of Angels, the Romance Angels, the Ascended Masters, Archangel Michael, the Butterfly Oracle, Flower Therapy Oracle cards. Hold on, I'm putting these back. And the Enchanted Map. Oh, as well as the Okana deck. Okay, so it's gonna be the last question that I'm taking. Oh, I just realized why the music is playing. Y'all, let me tell y'all real quick. Babe set up, because we were supposed to be in Colorado, so Alexa, stop the music. Alexa, stop the music. So Babe set classical music and the lights to be turned on at a specific time because Luna was gonna stay home, and I was just like laughing because it just came on and I thought it was a car outside. I didn't realize it was Alexa playing the classical music. Y'all, I cannot. Okay, I cannot. That was so funny. I totally forgot. I keep forgetting that she did that. Hello. What messages do my ancestors, spirit guides, angels have for me? Any deck. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. That's like my favorite. Michaela said, when I make tea, I charge it with herbs. We make a tea. Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. No, you have to. Like, you have to. You need to. Okay, let me go ahead and pull the cards. Let me go ahead and pull the cards. Okay. Wait, can you give me your name, boo, so I can actually like ask the question? Thank you. If you could put in the comments. Thank you. Oh, Ciara, you asked a question? Wait, where? Oh, wait. Hey, darling, I got my synastry reading. Thank you. How can I work with my emotions in a healthier way without feeling debilitated? Oh, my bad. I didn't see your question, boo. I got you. Okay. I'm done. Just put the name down there so I can like do it. And I'm gonna get to Ciara's first since she asked first. And you're welcome on the synastry reading. That was like a fun one to do. Okay, so how can I work with my emotions in a healthier way without feeling debilitated by them? Pick any day you like. Okay. We're gonna do it. We're doing it. Okay. We're doing it. I really love this deck, and I just feel like I'm down for, I feel like my Saturn energy is just down for whatever, like, reads people to the filth. It's like there's a karmic thing about it where I'm just like, you needed to hear this. Period. Like it just be like that sometimes. I hope that makes sense. So, Sierra, how can she work with her emotions in a healthier way without feeling debilitated by them? How can she work? Hold on. Okay. One more card. How can she work with her emotions in a healthier way? Oh. Whoop. There it is. Okay. Hold on. There we go. The first one. Oh, damn. You gonna laugh, and I'm gonna laugh with you. Reconcile. Okay, wait. Okay. And it says, love yourself, for only then can you love others. Comment. The one who has nothing wants it all. Yeah. I'm laughing so hard. Okay, reconcile. Hold on. I'm laughing so hard, though. Reconcile. Hold on. I think this one's Earth. Reconcile. No, that's plenty. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for. Oh, I found Cobbin. Okay, I found that one. Where's the other one? Oh, they're both under the same thing. Boom. Reconcile. Okay. Love yourself, for only then can you love others. Shadow element. Allowing reconciliation of failed interpersonal relationships to commence out of need for outside acceptance or outright refusal to be alone in the healing process, when in fact the need is to be more concerned with accepting oneself. I'm going to just read that again because that was long. Shadow elements. Allowing reconciliation on failed interpersonal relationships to commence out of a need for outside acceptance or outright refusal to be alone in the healing process, when in fact the need is to be more concerned with accepting oneself. There's always comes a time when we give a chance to break away, when we're giving a chance to break away from unsavory relationships with love interests, friends, family dynamics, but we struggle to cut the cord of dependency. Dependency on what exactly? Could be an obligation to family, unresolved spiritual ties from past lovers, or just inability to exist in solitude in order to mend what has harmed us within these interactions. Oh, Lord. Okay. This card suggests that you struggle with your need to reconcile toxic relationships before healing due to some arbitrary entitlement someone has with inserting themselves into your life, or your dependency on that relationship to feel valid, loyal, or discomfort with disconnecting. Ah, my God. It suggests your ability to only recount the good times with someone you're struggling to love from a distance to justify keeping that parasitic connection alive and well, feeding on your spirit and ultimately your growth. Oh, Jesus. Why do you stick around when you know it's not working? I'm just... Okay, and then the next one. Woo! Hot damn. Okay, comment. The one who has nothing wants it all. Shadow element, having a stubborn desire to have someone or something that you already keenly aware isn't feeding your spirit, or outright refusing to acknowledge what is fueling your inability to detach from manifesting your desires. Whew. You've heard many times from the law of attraction sources that you are the architect of your life, and anything in the world you can have if you detach. And to a degree, that is true. However, sometimes you must consider that your ancestors want something different for you. You also heard the adage that when you don't get something better off is waiting for you. And at times that seems impossible to believe. Many times in life, we find that the things that we want most seem to pass us by, try as we might to manifest what we perceive or project to be the best for our journey at the moment, this card is a stop sign to signal you that you may be too focused on the wrong thing. This card can be read in two ways. One, you are focused on something inconsequential, and your spirit guides, ancestors, and sources are asking you to reconsider why you want it. Is it going to help you ascend spiritually, emotionally, physically, and be honest, or magically? If at any point in a tinge of doubt creeps in, stop and reconsider. Number two, you're clear about the above, and it is in fact that in your best interest. However, your mindset is one of lack, and thus you will not receive until you acknowledge why you're operating with that vibration. Is it because is it because you're used to living without it, so it comes natural to covet your desires like you'll never see them? Is it impatience? Is it envy? Unpack the reason why. Acknowledge it as having served its purpose to show you what you need to fix and change the direction so you get things you desire. That was a lot. Lord, that was a lot. Okay, that was a lot of downloads. I'm pretty sure that I just like knocked you out your whole chair if you're sitting down. But there's definitely this kind of need. There's definitely this need to do more shadow work, to hold space, to figure out your intentions behind your intentions. Okay, like, why are you trying to do it? Why do you need what it is that you need? What is it that you're trying to manifest, and why? Like, is it what is the true reason, and is it beneficial to you? Like, do you have a genuine, like, innocent, like, intention, like this is just clear as day that this is what it is that you want? Or are there other layers to it? Are there other layers? Like, is it because of a lust thing? Is it because you see someone else experiencing that same situation and you feel like you can do it better, or you want to do that because it feels good, or you might do it in a way that is just like your own, like you might make it your own, but it's not necessarily yours. It's not something that's not necessarily yours, while at the same time understanding the amount of self-love that you actually need to give yourself. And this goes hand in hand with working with your emotions, because if you're not holding yourself accountable emotionally, if you're not holding space for yourself emotionally, you're going to get caught up in some really, really annoying, frustrating things on an emotional level. I can tell you, because I know you're a Capricorn. As a Capricorn, okay? As a Capricorns don't really do emotions like that very well. I know John Legend is like, one of the outliers in this, because that man can write some songs, okay? But when it comes to emotions, Capricorns are not necessarily the ones that like to be overly emotional, to seem weak, to seem vulnerable. We are not that sign. We very much like, we feel our best when we feel in control, in our power, in alignment, and just like on a boss level. Like, we just feel like, oof, like we got that little, a little pump. And so when it comes to diving into emotional things, it's not necessarily a comfortable spot for Capricorns. And I'm going to tell you why. So Capricorns are ruled by Saturn, right? Saturn rules the divine masculine energy, as does Mars as well. But Saturn itself rules that father energy, that, paternal figure. Cancer ruling the maternal, the more emotional, the mother energy within astrology. And so when you look at Capricorns, especially Capricorn women, Capricorn men as well, it can be way more hard-headed than Capricorn women, but Capricorn women tend to have different issues when it comes to emotions and tapping into the divine feminine energies, because we have that in our DNA, that the way that we feel emotions is through success, is through, being like our best, to feeling like we put ourselves on top, to get using our time wisely and using our time productively. Like, that makes us feel amazing. Like, we can be very simple people with that kind of vibe, with that energy. But when it comes to Capricorn energy, Saturn, the father energy, is not about emotions, and it really comes down to that. You kind of look at it, when you look at Saturn, you can cry to Saturn and he'll be like, okay, well, you needed to go through this. Like, this is the karma. This is what you needed to do. This is what needed to happen. So there's a sense of kind of accepting the circumstances, not necessarily diving deep into the emotional side. I can tell you personally that when I don't not cry often within the year, right? But when I do, that shit is like the ocean is freaking coming out through my eyes, because it's just, it doesn't happen often. It is a rare occasion within a Capricorn's life to be crying or to be shedding any type of water. To be honest, in that capacity through here. So there's this kind of, when it comes to being emotional, tapping into our divine feminine energy, allowing our emotions to be a source of power for us, or allowing us to be in alignment with ourselves emotionally. If we're not practicing self-care and self-love and making sure we're holding space for ourselves and loving ourselves and working hard to love ourselves just as much as we work hard for everything else that we do, which we do, then that's what creates the imbalance on an emotional level. And I know a lot of Capricorns end up going through this, where they have different emotional imbalances and they don't allow themselves to be open emotionally. This goes for my Capricorn moons. This goes for my Capricorns, like Mercury's. Like, there's a lot of different placement. Even Venus in Capricorn. Oh my God, Venus and Capricorns get really taken advantage of, to be honest, because Venus and Capricorn will literally give you the world. But a lot of the time when it comes to emotions and giving out their emotions, they'll show you by showing you. Like, Capricorns, we're the signs that you tell us, like, oh, I really wanted to get, like, if we care about you in any capacity, you tell us, like, hey, no, I'm just working on this. I kind of wanted to buy like a paint set because I wanted to start painting or whatever. We'll buy you that paint set. You will get it the next time we see you. You will have that paint set because we want you to be happy. At the end of the day, we're always looking to make other people happy, and we put in the work to do that, but we have a really hard time doing it for ourselves in that particular way, because sometimes when we need to dive into our emotions and be deeper and be like, oh, that hurt me, like pain, oh my God, it can be like a really weird space to go to, because we're too busy in the, but I'm just being successful out here. I'm on boss mode. I don't have time for emotions. It can be like that sometimes, which makes it a little bit like frustrating, because you need to do more emotional work. You need to do more self-care, more self-love work. And then it's just like, at the end of the day, you come back to that, the what you're used to, because that's what is most comfortable. But at the end of the day, it's just about being productive. It's just about being productive with your self-care. So it's just about being honest too. One of the things that I personally do all of the time, especially when I'm in my feelings and super emotional, I hit up my therapist is my sister, who is younger than me, by the way. Literally 5 years younger than me, and she is my therapist. And I literally, anytime I'm having any type of emotional, like I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm happy, or I'm something, anything is happening, I'll just hit up my sister and we'll have a little talk. It's easier for me to explain it to my sister because my sister is also a Capricorn. So when I'm being emotional with my sister, she understands all of the capacities, all of the restrictions, all of the, I don't want to feel that way. I'm trying to maintain control, but this really hurt me. This really bothered me. And it's really, really taking a lot for me not to like flip, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm having those conversations with her, she understands on all levels. And that's really what I enjoy about her being my therapist, is that she really understands, because she's also a Capricorn. She understands the restrictions. She understands the emotional restrictions we put on ourselves. And she works hard to not only heal herself emotionally, but also give me the advice and what I need to hear. A lot of the time when I'm getting advice from my sister, she'll tell me exactly what I already know. And that's kind of the thing about it. It's just more of I need someone else to tell me that I can be that way, that I can have that moment where I'm just like, okay, I'm flipping out about this. I totally understand, but you know what? Just don't look at it that way. Just try to, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, like, don't look at it that way. And it just turns into, okay, at least I'm understood, at least I'm able to be understood. At least I'm able to have that one-on-one where I don't feel like I'm less than, or I'm, my power is demeaned, or, at any point, like any other, like it's just not that energy at all. It just feels like, you know what, I'm supported emotionally, and I was able to have that space to kind of flip out and do all of the crazy emotional things that the water signs get to do, because the water signs get to like flip tables and do all this nonsense. Meanwhile, Capricorns, we have to be out here holding our goddamn composure. Like we can literally go through everything, and we can, but you know, it's still important for us to have those moments to be able to open up and like, you know, cry and be in the moment and like really allow ourselves to just open up in that capacity, because Capricorns never want to feel weak. We never want to feel less than. We never want to feel like we're not being productive, because anytime we feel any of those things, we beat ourselves up about that. And that's the other thing. When we're feeling more vulnerable, it's almost like a button that switches, or a switch that switches, that is like, no, but you're a boss though. Like it's just like it's like the armor comes back on. So I definitely feel, you know, what you're going, like as far as like what you're going through about working with your emotions in a healthier way. 100% understand where you're coming from as a Capricorn. We right here, girl. We right here. One of the ways that I personally will tell you I worked through a lot of my emotional stuff is with crystals. All earth signs, by the way, need to be working with crystals. This is non-negotiable. I'm not playing with you. You need to be working with crystals. And the reason why I'm telling you need to be working with crystals is because crystals are the closest, as far as like, they're part of our element. Crystals are earth energy, but they're like us. They're amplifying energy, their own vibe, their own vibration. They have their own energy. They have their own properties. They're doing their own thing. Just that as we are spiritual beings and we're walking around and moving in a certain, whatever way we do, so are crystals. And so working with crystals is one of the easiest ways to have energy affect you and have like emotionally hold space for yourself without you feeling overwhelmed or like over, like, you know, like feeling like you have to rip your heart out of your chest and just bawl out and cry. Like it doesn't have to be like that. It just needs to be like, you just need to energetically feel supported emotionally. So working with crystals is one of my favorite things personally. And I told you all this story before about when I first started. I tried working with rose quartz like really early on, but I had a lot of emotional, like my heart chakra was really blocked for like a couple of years. And it's because I had to heal like my Venus energy, my love energy. It's a whole thing, because I have my Venus in Aquarius is a retrograde. So I had to do like a lot of like relationship healing in this lifetime. And so for me, I will hold a rose quartz in my hands, y'all, a rose quartz, which is the happiest, like the smoothest, softest, like love energy, emotional crystal that you can have, right? And that shit would hurt me. It would hurt. Like I will hold it in my hands, and my heart chakra felt like somebody was trying to like do the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom and stick their hand into my chest and just rip my heart out. That's really what it felt like. And I would just be super like no, that seems too open, like that just seems like too much for me. Now rose quartz is obviously like my best friend, but when it was at that time and I was feeling so vulnerable, like exposed in that way, where I just was trying to maintain my strength and my composure, it was hard, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to pick a different crystal because rose quartz is just trying to take me out. So my go-to was jade. Jade is just amazing, and quite frankly, I feel like it works better with Capricorn energy because it's really good for money as well. And you know, we like to hit both things at the same time. We Capricorns like to have it all, and if I can be working with my heart and healing my heart, and at the same time be manifesting funds, who's losing? I'm not losing. I'm just, you know, #winning. So I was working with jade a lot, and I literally worked with jade for a whole year. That thing, amazing. It's amazing. Just amazing. It's a lot. It has an earthier feel to it. It has an earthier vibe, and it just calibrated to my chest. I just had it as a necklace. It would just sit right on my heart chakra. I literally healed my heart chakra within a year. It took work because, you know, my stubborn ass, I'm a Capricorn, you know what it is. But it took a year. And now, here we are, y'all. Here we are. Like, here we are. And it really has to, especially when it comes to heart chakra healing, and to the point that I wanted to get, because I knew I wanted to get married. I knew I wanted my partner and everything like that. before, and you guys need to understand this about diamonds, is that diamonds make you super emotional. They amplify emotional energy, and if you're not ready to handle that shit, you can make your relationship really, really complicated. So I'm glad that I got to work with Jade and do a lot of that, like crystal work and crystal healing, because now I work with this and I work with it productively. I'm able to tap in, and when I am emotional and I'm wearing my diamond, I'm not necessarily like in a state of like, I'm overly emotional or going crazy. I'm able to like understand my emotions, have that clarity, because it connects up here. So it's just like it set me up. Working with Jay set me up for the rest of it. But I hope that made sense. But yo, you got straight red. I'm just saying, I'm not. Don't come for me in the comments. I'm just like, do not kill me, Ciara. Okay, do not. I'm just saying. I am just saying, okay. Wait, hold on. I'm telling you, it's a Capricorn, it's a Saturn thing, because Saturn doesn't like being emotional. It just likes having strict, like, we're just on our shit. Like, that's just the vibe that we have. It's really hard for us to be like, you know, like sometimes I'd be like, damn, water signs, I wish I could just cry on cue like you guys can. I can't be doing that shit. I don't know. Like it'd be hard. Like, we have thick skins. Capricorns, we're all earth signs. We're thick skins with the way that we can take shit. I'm just saying. I ran to charge the water my altar and bright. Do the thing. I'm telling you. Do the thing. Do the thing. I've been really struggling balancing school and my happiness, and I'm wondering if there's any guidance surrounding that. Any deck as well, if it's not too late. Thank you. I believe I got one before you. I have to like scroll up. There's like a ton of comments, y'all. It's a ton of comments. Hold on. I'm trying to go through. Wait. Hold on. There's like, it's like glitching. I'm trying to find the one from before. Hold on, guys. Give me a second, y'all. I can't find it. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find the other question. Y'all, I can't find it. Hold on, let me start from here, from the top, because this is not, there's just so many comments that it's kind of hard to go through. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. One at a time. Oh, Michaela, I need to look at my dad's chart because he sounds like a y'all is killing me today. Y'all straight up killing me. Okay. Oh, here it was. Did you give me the name? Hold on. Oh, Ethan. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me put these back. This is going to be my last one, y'all, because we've been here for over an hour, but we will be back next week. You guys know I'm trying to do these like once a week for y'all. So that way, you know, you guys can get some guidance and some love and some, you know, the things that you need. Let me just put these back. But y'all just, you know, send some love to Akamara Tarot if you guys are on Instagram, because she straight killed this deck. Straight murdered. Okay, so messages, answers, spirit guides, angels have for me any deck. I think I'm gonna do the Enchanted Map Oracle. That's the one I was gonna pick before. I was just gravitated towards that one. Okay, Ethan. Messages from the ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. Messages from the. Oh. Okay. So this is another one of those decks that I'd actually like to read the thing to y'all, because this is another one of those decks that be reading y'all to the fill. Okay. So we have listening and we have spirit of place. Okay. So listening, 53. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find the beat. One more. 53. Listening. An open heart will hear the message. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to listen. Oh, I'm sorry, a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For a deeper message is not always about the obvious. Listen with your heart, not just with your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding with your circumstances. Oh, damn. And then we got spirit of place. Hold on. Authenticity is the essence of power. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstance. Is your question about struggle? Then the answer is to relax and let go. If you need to control your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than longing for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlines your question and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking, and your greatest power is your authenticity. So there is definitely a sense of one, being honest with yourself, too, listening to the downloads and the messages that spirit has been giving you on a regular basis, and whether or not you have been meditating and calling on them to give you those messages and those downloads. So having a really good meditation practice. But there is this need. I just, one of the things that came up for me with this is like connecting to a specific place. Like I feel like I see you going somewhere and connecting with the energy and the space within itself. So whether it be like you're really gravitated to go into the woods, get in half lotus or wherever pose you would like to, and then go ahead and relax, go into a meditation and listen to what comes. You can ask like, hey, is there anything that I need to be knowing right now? I'm here, I'm open, you guys can talk to me, but there's just like this need for you to listen, pay attention to what is being told, not necessarily over communicate or like put things in places that are just like that's not the message that's coming through. It's just mainly like you just relax. What is spirit telling you? What are they trying to tell you to work on? What are they trying to tell you to do? And especially when it comes down to what issues you're trying to work with as well. So if you're trying to work with love, what does your self-love routine look like? How do you take care of yourself? How do you love yourself? How do you embody love for you to be manifesting a relationship type of love? For you to be manifesting finances or manifesting a house or a car. How are you, what is it that you actively, like, what is the theme of it? What do you think is actively preventing you and blocking you from bringing those things into fruition, bringing those things into this life where you're able to thrive and have a good life and not be like frustrated or feeling like, or you're just longing and needing the universe to give you and that, and you haven't taken a moment to pause and say, you know what, I feel like I need to work on my healing. I need to work on my healing. Well, then sit and look at yourself. What is it that you need to heal? Do you need to heal spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically? Like, are there different parts of your body? How has your body been telling you that there's stuff that is wrong? Like, have you been getting backaches? Have you been getting like aches in different parts of your body? That can tell you right away where you have some imbalances that need to be worked on, and which chakras are blocked for you that you need to go ahead and open so then you can use them correctly. Like there's just like this need to like listen to your body, listen to the messages, listen to spirit, what they're communicating for you, what they're guiding you to do moving forward, so you're not getting like lost and confused and kind of, trying to put thought where there is not, like, you're just not getting called to move in a certain direction, or you feel like, you know what, I'm going to do this today. instead of actually listening like, hey, spirit, what do I need to do today? What do I need to work on today? Can you push me towards what I need to be working on today? Can you help me in this area? I feel like I need to heal. Can you help me? Can you help my body tell me what parts of my body I need healing of? Or can you please connect me with someone who knows how to heal this issue that can help me with this? It's all about you having that awareness and then sitting down with yourself, listening and addressing the issue, the core issue. To, like how she said it in the book, if you are longing for love, what does your self-love work look like? How are you loving yourself? How do you maintain your own love energy? How do you maintain love within your room, your space, the place you sleep? What does love look like to you? And how are you using it every day for you to be able to magnetize it in the way that you want it to be? So it's just about being productive, but also being quiet. There's this sense of being like, hold on, I need to just listen. I need to see what spirit is saying. I need to see what the guidance is. I need to know what is being highlighted for me, because if I kind of just start walking for no reason, I'm not going to get where I want to go. That's really the message that's coming up. Woo! The way I've been planning to go to the woods. I mean, listen, it'd be like that though. But I do feel, I honestly felt like when I first saw the Spirit of Place card, I was like, it's just like this, like, go and meditate with the lands. I be doing that sometimes. It's a lot of fun. As an earth sign, I can say this is one of my favorite things to do. You are welcome, love. You are welcome. So everybody who is asking me questions right now, I am sorry that we're not going to get to like continue on, because I really got to make food, guys. I'm like really hungry. We went a little bit over time because you guys know I talk a lot. So we're at 1 hour and 31 minutes, but we will be back next week. This is a weekly community oracle poll. So you guys can come through every week and we can just have those. The whole point of doing this for me was for you guys to have access to like low cost readings. So that way you're not, like if you wanted to get a reading, you wanted guidance, but like, those things are expensive. They'd be expensive. That way we can all like kind of commune together and like talk about different things and different things that are going on. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's weekly healing circle. Oh, mini announcement, y'all. The workshop is almost sold out and it's about to be like done like next week. Like there's only like, I think like 4 tickets left, y'all. So please make sure that you sign up for it. The link will be in the description box if you want to come through. I'm really excited because I'm doing my first workbook and I'm going to be sending those out soon. So stay tuned for those who got the workbook, and I'm really super excited to share that with you guys. This is my first workbook that I'm doing. I'm trying to get back into like the writing of it all because I have a lot of books planned for y'all. My nerdy ass, my Ravenclaw ass has a lot of things planned for y'all. So you're gonna see. But thank you all so much for all the love, all of the love. Thank you. I will be getting food. I will see you loves in the next video, in the next reading and all that jazz. I'm working on a lot of videos for you guys. Actually, they're uploading, so stay tuned. For those who are waiting on readings, I'm waiting for them to upload as well. And for those waiting on astrology readings, y'all gotta give me a second. But I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.